Today's episode is brought to you by...
Welcome to a brand new...
Sup, fuckheads and fornicators, 'tis I, your fearless leader. I know we're a little late to the party on this, but you know, we had a anniversary party to promote, and now that it's over, I can finally release our full review of Season 1 of DC Comics Presents Peacemaker, starring John Cena. And dude, HBO Max hooked us up, man. 3 episodes as a premiere, so basically its own movie.
Fuck yeah!
Started off slow. I mean, it picks up right after fucking the Suicide Squad.
Doctor said I was free to go. Truth is, I'm supposed to be in prison.
He leaves, and then we get to see his trailer. Then he goes to meet up with Dad, played by Robert Patrick, to get his sidekick, Eagly.
Who's a good boy? Yeah. Who's Daddy's boy?
Then he meets up with the Task Force X people.
This is a uniform, and it's brand new, so I gotta stretch it out, make it more comfortable before we go on a mission.
Maybe I'm stupid, but why would you even want to wear that on a mission? A bright red shirt and white pants aren't exactly conducive to lurking in the shadows.
And he meets up with one of the spy chicks.
You know, you don't have to call me Peacemaker. You can call me Chris.
Just because you're handsome doesn't mean you're not a piece of shit.
Think I'm handsome?
Then meets up with some fucking like glam rock chick, bangs the shit out of her so we can see some boobies. Oh yeah! That, you know, he looks at a record collection and it's a bunch of bands I know personally. I mean, literally it's all like fucking Pretty Boy Floyd, Choir Boys, Faster Pussycat, and all that shit. I'm like, oh yeah! That glam rocker chick fucking is a metahuman. She fucks him up, then he kills her, and then he nearly escapes. And then when she's about to like kill him, he uses his super helmet and blows her up. Then in the next episode, it's a whole escape from that apartment thing while the cops are after them. While there, he ties up some arguing, bickering married couple, and the wife wants to fuck him because she's in that Cinderella. By the way, he jacks that glam rock chick's stuff because since you know he killed her anyway. Had to get all his stuff, escapes the place, and then he's all sad in his trailer.
Everybody fucking hates you.
And then we get to meet his friend, Vigilante.
Hell yeah, be buddies with that shit.
Dude, I'm your best friend.
No, you're not.
Who's your best friend then?
It's Eagly. Good boy.
Of course, they later on end up tag teaming the fucking that angry wife chick earlier. And then we get to the next episode where they have to kill a senator and his family to find out what Project Butterfly is. Bunch of crazy shit. And all in all, so far so good. I like it. I mean, it's slow. It's Eastbound and Down meets Super with a little bit of Ash vs. Evil Dead because of the gore.
I'll swallow your soul!
It doesn't even shot like Super, but it does cliffhanger very well, just like Ash vs. Evil Dead. And oh yeah! This episode was directed by Jody Hill of Eastbound and Down. You know, the guy who wrote and directed like every episode.
A lot of you motherfuckers think you know who Kenny Powers is. Kenny Powers is a man. Kenny Powers is an athlete. Kenny Powers is a lover.
It picks up right where the last episode left off, which you find that butterflies are just parasite hosts and flies away out of the dead body. And then they're on the road from killing the senator and Judo Master tied up because Nerdy Guy beat him up with a crowbar. And they're on the way back and just some drama shit. Then we get some bonding moments with Peacemaker and Vigilante.
Why does your father have an upside-down American flag on his lawn?
I don't know, dude. It's a deep state thing.
Or your dad is a racist whack job?
Oh, yeah? Your dad left your mom for another dude.
Hey!
He did?
Yeah, and they're deeply in love.
I doubt it. You know, I think he's just pretending to be gay to get away from you.
Okay, maybe, but what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I thought we were talking about dads.
That's so Kenny and Stevie.
Fuck yeah! Be buddies with that shit.
And then Peacemaker and I almost call him Stevie. Vigilante are on their way to his dad's house so he can get more gear. We actually see the white dragon uniform, and then we have this funny banter with the neighbor.
Batman has a coterie of supervillains. Joker, Riddler.
Riddle me this. How many people you think Batman's indirectly murdered by being too much of a candy ass not to kill these fools who clearly need to be smoked once and for all, you wrinkly, Shar-Pei-looking dimension-infested fuck!
With an attitude like that, you're definitely a
And
supervillain.
that's how Peacemaker finds out his dad's in jail. And then Peacemaker goes to visit his dad in jail.
I need to talk to Detective Song now!
Black Leslie convinces Vigilante to kill White Dragon. And then Judo Master's loose.
Oh shit.
And
You have no idea. Butterflies, they're not what you think they are.
we also find out that like he didn't kill the butterfly. He put it in a little glass container thing. And Eagly's trying to eat it. And then later he gets that the butterfly high. And then
Your tits look stellar in that shirt. And I'm saying that as a compliment. That's not in a sexist way.
Totally tell they're trying to do a moon landing thing. It's one of those will they, won't theys. Yeah, people say they got it from Cheers. I say it came from moonlighting because after that, no one gave a shit about that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm high.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
And then the whole end montage with Faster Pussycat. I know them personally. That's what's really cool about it for me. Oh, yeah! It's an emotional moment too, yeah, because I realize how fucked up the parents are and shit. But House of Pain is about abusive abandonment issue with dads. Like, I want to go into total detail, but like, yeah, dude. Faster Pussycat. So, cool montage, emotional.
Whatever.
And then we find out the big cliffhanger that the boss, who's obviously showing that he's trying to learn to have emotions, is actually a butterfly. Then it cliffhangers. And then the end credit, obviously, is extended version of the whole.
If it walks like a duck, it's either a duck or a duck wearing some type of human costume. I don't know. He's unable to hide his distinctive walk.
Oh my fucking god. Each episode just gets better and better. This one, of course, picks up where it left off. Opens with fucking Eagly. Yes, Eagly. And then Peacemaker just bonding with him, which is just fucking cute as hell. And it's like, yeah, Eagly. Then we get to the black lesbian and her wife. Then the team gets assembled to take down a butterfly stronghold. Of course, Peacemaker's still mad at the fat guy for framing his dad.
I didn't mean to put your father in prison.
Then why'd you put him there?
Because I couldn't think of anybody else.
What about Ariana Grande or Drake?
What?
Shut the fuck up and listen, man. I'm giving you a list of people you could have done. Danny DeVito, Will Ferrell.
Then meanwhile, in prison, White Dragon gets fingerprinted and the detective realizes it's not a match. So they're on for a new case. Meanwhile, the boss of the team recruits a new police captain to control the situation. Then, of course, our team assembles and takes down a butterfly stronghold and badassery occurs. Peacemaker, like, just gunned down a bunch of people because his helmet is X-ray vision, so he's just capping all the butterfly people, and he's teamed up with a fat lesbian. Badass chick and Vigilante are doing their shit. Then they have to fight a gorilla, and then the fat guy comes in and saves the day with a chainsaw. And then prior to that, Vigilante says he wants to use a chainsaw because he always wanted to kill someone with a chainsaw, but the fat guy does it instead. And while doing this, they're bumping Hanoi Rocks.
Fuck yeah! Be buddies about it.
Peacemaker bonds with the fat lesbian. She implants the fucking diary that her mom told him to put in his trailer. And then, of course, she can't sleep, so she goes back to the office and plays around with the Peacemaker helmet and says, initiate X-ray vision. And then she finds out that the commanding officer guy is a butterfly. And then it cliffhangers there. And then the after credit is just continuation of other people that could have went to prison instead of his dad. Yes, each episode gets better and better. And that's all I can say on this one. I mean, there's nothing else I can say that all these other people haven't said. So,
Fuck yeah!
Holy shit, Peacemaker Chapter 6 was, whoa. Picks up obviously where it left off. As you know, unless it's Peacemaker, a character from the comics, I am not really calling them by their characters' names because to me they're just expendable stormtroopers anyway. But yeah, the black lesbian finds out the boss is a butterfly. And then they all realize that everybody on the team actually knows he's a butterfly.
She knows?
She was walking around with Peacemaker's X-ray vision helmet on.
He's not gonna like that. He's touchy about his helmets.
What the fuck? And one thing I gotta say is all these other YouTubers who've been kind of predicting that he's a good butterfly and then there's evil butterflies. Yeah, that's basically it. And then of course we cut to Peacemaker at a kid's school like you saw in all the trailers.
That's how I defeated Kite Man, one of the world's most dangerous villains with only my 2 fists, my Desert Eagle, and 2 rocket launchers. Any questions?
And he went there because of that janitor guy in the first episode. Meanwhile, Peacemaker's dad is set free.
I'm gonna do something I should have done a long time ago. What was that? Kill my son.
We actually get to see White Dragon in his armor and all his glory. And we also get to see a naked skinhead chick wear a Klan mask. Is it wrong that I think it's hot, but not really? It's kind of like why I have a fetish for girls wearing Nazi hats, so I don't feel bad for fucking in the ass with blue, but enough about that. Yeah, dude. So yeah, and of course they also find the diary, but meanwhile at Peacemaker's trailer, him and Vigilante are hanging out and trying to bond with the butterfly, but then cops come in, they escape the cops, the butterfly gets free and takes over the body of the Asian cop lady. And of course, you know, the guy who's working with the butterfly boss guy saves them, and they escape in the car. Then they meet up with the rest of the team. Meanwhile, the Asian cop who's now possessed by the butterflies gets a bunch of other butterflies and possesses all the cops and all the criminals. So they have an army of butterflies to hunt down Peacemaker and the good guys. And then, of course, a lot of cool montage setting up for the last 2 episodes. And boy, did it not disappoint. Starts off with a flashback why that Motley Crue song means so much to him. It's the last thing he heard, where he had to fight his brother to the death while his dad was making all his white supremacist buddies bet on his brother, but he accidentally killed his brother.
The extreme always seems to make an impression.
They're all on the run. Everybody's found out. Everybody realizes that the fat lesbian's mom is Amanda Waller, and the boss man makes them to stop, and then after the boss man makes them stop, fucking they get compromised by the cops who are controlled by the butterflies, and they kill boss man, both the boss man's body and the boss man's butterfly. So the fat lesbian and the tough chick have to escape, and meanwhile also fucking judo master's on the loose, and then there's this whole cool scene when he beats up some douchebags, and even the guy working at the liquor store goes, good job, right? And then also our Peacemaker and the fat dude and Vigilante are on the quest to find the cow, and then of course since they had this whole lead up to White Dragon on the quest to kill Peacemaker, fucking White Dragon and all his armor and his white supremacist army soldiers like come to hunt down Peacemaker. Peacemaker has to be in hiding because Peacemaker's being tracked because all the helmets are tracked. So Peacemaker has to fight White Dragon and all his white supremacy soldiers, and Eagle gets hurt. And long story short, Peacemaker has to kill his dad, and this is a lot of emotional stuff, we'll say. Then they meet up with Tough Chick and Fat Lesbian, and they have to figure out a plan to kill the cow of all the butterflies, and it continues off there. And they finally play Pretty Boy Floyd's, you know the song. Dude, again, much better show than Boba Fett. Obviously, Book of Boba, not that great, but this show is the shit, and obviously we ain't talking about President Alien. But dude, there's nothing else I gotta say, because this show is just the show of the year so far. I mean, on these 3 shows, or these 2 new shows, Dynamite! And what a fucking finale. It opens with Vigilante and Peacemaker just totally like trolling fucking the fat lesbian.
I know that you're mad, but from the bottom of my heart.
More importantly, they play a fucking Steel Panther song, which, yes, I just saw in the trailer.
Sunday! April 24th is the Rainbow 50th anniversary parking in a parking lot with Steel Panther. I'm going to the Choreo, gonna spend my weekly pay.
Mark Terrain for Bullet Boys jumped on stage and sang with them. I mean, there was lines around the corner all day. It would suck to be out in that heat. Hell, dude, the Rainbow Anniversary Party is basically a reunion for the fucking soundtrack for this show, dude, but enough about that. They have this whole funny scene with Eagle.
Look, it doesn't even matter. We don't have any bows.
But we do have a team member capable of flight.
Get the fuck out.
And then they figure out another thing to do because Eagle is too incompetent and too stubborn. They send the fat guy to bring the helmet. Peacemaker realizes that, like, he now sees his ghost dad, and that's going to be a kind of a foreshadow for season 2 if you catch redirect. Then, of course, you think Vigilante dies, but he just gets injured. The tough chick gets, like, crippled, and then Fat Lesbian uses the human torpedo helmet, fails, and cop butterfly chick tells the real plan of the butterflies.
Join us in saving your planet.
Of course, you know, Peacemaker kills the cow and kills all the rest of the butterflies, and then I forgot to bring up the best part. So after they kill all the butterflies and shit, the Justice League finally show up, and it's like, just like Calvary showing up, cliche.
You're late, you fucking dickheads.
Kind of like a happy ending. Fat Lesbian blows a whistle on her mom. Can't wait for season 2. Oh my god. Like, the fact that Robert Patrick's still gonna be in the show as his hallucinations is gonna be pretty cool. They're also kind of like leading to a love story with Tough Chick. Vigilante's still around. And the thing about Vigilante, if you didn't know, Vigilante is a legacy character.
Well, duh!
All in all, I give this show a fucking 10 out of 10, basically. It is the best show. Watch it. It's awesome. And I go into detail, but you know, I'm just basically just trolling all of you anyway. So, whatever. I'd say special thanks to the people, but I gotta go on Sub Pals and YT Pals just to try to get 100 views on here because the algorithm can suck. Coming soon. Oh, I'm doing a deep, insane, It's a deep dive into the entire lore of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because if you didn't know this, back in 2012, I tried to start a disaster area tribute band.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy notes that a disaster area, the plutonium rock band, the Galactica mine zones, is generally held to be not only the loudest rock band in the galaxy, but in fact the loudest noise of any kind at all. Oh yeah!
Well, I almost have a full collection of Star Wars Legacy, you know, from Dark Horse Comics, you know, when Star Wars comics were good. And my favorite character, Cade Skywalker. I even got the heart, you know, I just need 2 more to add to my collection, and I'll have the whole set to do my review on. I'll do it by individual, you know, trade book. I also got the Predator Omnibus by Dark Horse Comics, because fuck Disney, fuck Marvel. That lore is badass. They actually gave the lore to Predator, you know, in Dark Horse Comics. I also got Axe Cop and a bunch of other things, so stay tuned on that shit.
Plus the fucking message is bomb.com.
Chaos is a ladder.
Shout out to our patrons, in order of importance: the Fly Attractor, Janitor Jake, Count MoriVond, Gary Mossberg, and of course Ryan Zacher. If you have any opinions on what I'm saying, like and comment. Just say some shit in the comments. I need more hate mail anyway, because apparently the only way I actually get views is when I piss people off, because this algorithm...
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit! I've done a few music videos.
Do something original, you asshole.
You trying to make this a business, or is this something you just want to do?